Yantah pravishya mama vacham mam prasuptam sanjeevayatti khila shaktidhara swadhamna Anyanscha hastacharana shravana pragadin pranahan namo bhagavate prahaya tubhyam Gurum hisvim satyaha prajna bhakti vinitayaha Vihiptischavi vrata-nityam tam gurum pranamamyaham Sadashiva-samarambham Shankaracharya-madhyamam Asmadacharya-paryantam Vande Guru-paramparam 46 Akirne Khanakarajikanti vibhavaihi Udyat-sudha vaibhavaihi Adhau devita padmaragavite Hamsavrajirashrite Nityam bhakti-vadhu ganestarahasi Svechha-viharam kuru Sthitva manasarajaham svagirijanatha Dhrisaudhantare Shambhudhyana sangini hruda Rame ghajirnachada Srasta bhaktilata chata vilasita Punya pravala shrita Deepyante gunagoraka pavajah Pushpani sadvasana Jnanananda sudhamarandalahari Sambit phalabhyannatihi Nityanandarasalayam suramunis Svantambujatashrayam Svachham sadvijasevitam Kalushahrit sadvasana vishkritam Sarovaram rajamano Samsavasam sasthitam Kim kshudrashraya palvala Kim kshudrashraya palvala Brahmana sanchara-shramam tatsyasi Anandamrita-purita harapadam bhojalavalodhyata Stairyopaghnamupetyya bhakti-radhika Shakhanvita Ucchair-manasakayamana-patalim akramya nishkalmasha Nitya-bhishta-phala-prada bhavatu me Satkarma-samvardhita Sandhyarambha-vijrumbhidam Shudhira-sthanantaradhishtitam Saprema-bhramara-bhiramama-sakrit Sadvasana-shobhitam Bhogindra-bharanam samasta-sumanah Pujyam guna-vishkritam Seve Shri-giri-mallikarjuna-mahalingam Shivalingitam. So we were discussing the meaning of verse 50. So partially we started discussion. So this verse 50 clearly refers to the name of a Shivalinga, which is one of the 12 Jyotirlingas. Seve Shri Giri Mallikarjuna Mahalingam Shivalingitam. See, Mallikarjuna Mahalingam Shivalingitam. Shiva refers to Parvati. So the one who has embraced Shivalingitam. Shivalingitam Mallikarjuna Mahalingam Seve. So there are a few descriptions that we find here which have to be explained now. Sandhyarambha Vijrumbhitam is what we saw. Sandhyarambha Vijrumbhitam. Sandhya refers to the twilight. So both morning and evening. So Sandhyarambhe Vijrumbhita can actually mean either morning twilight or the evening twilight. In the evening case, we can think of Vishesha Pradosha Puja. Okay. So one who is celebrated during that. Sandhyarambhe Vijrumbhitaha means one whose glory is exemplified. You can think of that way. If you take it in the morning, so then you can think of, so Sandhyarambhe Vijrumbhitaha means, so you don't see him in bright light, and particularly this region being in the eastern part of India, so the light shines on Sandhyarambha Vijrumbhitam. You can describe it that way. Shrutishirasthanantaradhishtitam. Sthanantaram. What does sthanantaram mean? So Deshantaram. So Deshantara, Sthanantara, etc. are words which are normally described as Aswapada Vigraha. Okay. So Anyo Deshaha Deshantaram. Anyat Sthanam Sthanantaram. Okay. So the Sthanantara means a different location. Shrutishirasthanantaradhishtitam is the phrase that he has employed. Now in this verse, Shrigiri Mallikarjuna Mahalingam has been already stated. So the Mahalinga which is there in Shrigiri. Okay. So obviously Shrigiri is the locus of this linga. Now he is also describing him as Shrutishirasthanantaradhishthita. So how do we understand this? So you are actually located in this Shaila, Sri Shaila, but there is a Sthanantara for you. What is that Sthanantara? That Sthanantara is Shrutishiraha. So Shrutishiro Rupam Yat Sthanantaram Tatra Adhishthitaha. So Shrutishiraha means Vedanta Bhaga. So the one who is described by the Vedanta Bhaga is this Parameshwara. So that is why he is using this phrase Sthanantaradhishtitam. Shrutehe Shiraha Shrutishiraha means Vedanta Bhagaha. So Vedanta Bhagaha Bhavatam Krute Anyat Sthanam Tatra Adhishthitaha Tvam. Okay. So this form that I find here is a Murta form. So the Amurta form, which is the real form of you, is in the Shrutishiraha. Shrutishirasthanantaradhishtitam. Then he says, Saprema Bhramarabhiramam. Okay. Saprema Bhramarabhiramam. So this Bhramarabhiramam, those who are familiar with that Sri Shaila, Mallikarjuna, there the consort is described by the name Bhramarambika. Understand? So, Saprema Bhramarabhiramam means, so the consort of Shiva there is Bhramara. So Bhramarabhiramam means the one who is more beautiful because of Bhramara. Understand? And that Bhramara in the form of Parvati, so is with great affection Okay, so Shivalingitam, he is saying, no. So Saprema Bhramarabhiramam. The other way you can conceive of this is, assume that this linga is decorated with a variety of fresh flowers. So then what will happen is, these honeybee will be attracted towards that. Okay, so they come and keep moving around. So that also adds to the charm of it. Saprema Bhramarabhiramam. Then Asakrit Sadvasana Shobhitam. This Asakrit Sadvasana Shobhitam. So Sadvasana Shobhitam can mean, see, this Sadvasana and Asadvasana. So we generally classify people who have inclination towards engaging themselves in good things as those who have Sadvasana. Okay, so Sadvasana. So the impressions that are carried by you from the previous janma. So Sadvasana Shobhitam means, you can understand this to be the one who shines when there is the Sadvasana surfacing up. Understand? One who glows when there is Sadvasana. Now, the other way that you can think of, literally, so we were just describing the previous phrase also, Bhramarabhiramam means, because a variety of flowers have been put upon this linga, so there are a variety of fragrances that are emanating out. Sadvasana Shobhitam. Then the other way you can think of is, so Sadvasana, if you can just think of referring to the people having, then you can also say that he is surrounded by people who have a lot of Sadvasanas. Understand? So Shobhitam, so many devotees are coming and doing Archana for you. Okay, so you are glowing with your devotees. Sadvasana Shobhitam. Bhogindrabharanam. Bhogindrabharanam. Bhogi means two things.
Sarpa.
Correct. Sarpa is also bhogi. The other one, normal meaning is?
Hedonist.
Hedonist. So bhogi, rogi is what we say. Okay. This one verse, no? One who eats once is a yogi. One who eats twice is a bhogi. One who eats thrice is a rogi. Okay. See, there is a verse, something. Anyway, Sakrit Bhoji Yogi. Okay. So Vir Bhoji Bhogi. More than 3 is Rogi. That is what we say. 3 plus. Anyway, so this Bhogi means the one who engages in Bhoga. One who wants to engage with various sensual pleasures is a Bhogi. Bhogindra means, so that is why Vishnu is called Bhogindra Shayi. See, Bhogindra Shayinam. This Bhogindra. So Bhogindra Bharanam means one who has as his ornament Bhogindra. So this is a physical description because he has a serpent around his neck. The other way, if you just take Bhogi, Bhogindra Bharanam So you can just think of, if you go to Tirupati, or even other kshetras, many people who will come there, okay, are primarily for praying to Ishvara that may I be blessed with more wealth. Many of these people are like that. Okay. Generally, those are the people whom we find, many business people. Of course, there are bhaktas and not so who are other simple people also go there. But many of these people go. Now, if you want to take them as bhogis, so bhogindra refer to those class of rich people. Okay. So bhogindra bharanam means, so he is the person who has been attracting them. Okay. So those will be surrounding him, and therefore you can describe Ishvara as, that is why we have this verse. This Udayanacharya's verse is essentially because of that. So this Udayanacharya is a famous logician. Tena Nyaya Kusumanjalihi ityasna granthaha likhitah. Nyaya Kusumanjali. He is supposed to have rendered this verse. Okay. So you remember the verse? Correct. So this Udayanacharya was not having even enough resources for him to carry on his living. He was a great Pandita. Who was exceptional in Nyaya. So those days, so around 9th century, 10th century, Buddhist people, so they were trying to argue that there is no Ishvara and so on. This Udayanacharya, so once went to this temple, Puri Jagannath temple, let us say. So there he was not even let in. So who were let in? Only these Bhogindras. Understand? So people who were moneyed fellows, they were let in. These people stopped the scholar. Udayanacharya then is supposed to have said this verse. O Ishvara, so you seem to be arrogant because all these moneyed people are around you. Aishwarya madamattosi. You don't care for me. Mam avajñāya vartase. Okay? You repeat the verse. Aishwarya madamattosi.
Aishwarya madamattosi.
Aishwarya madamattosi. Mam avajñāya vartase.
Mam avajñāya vartase. Mam avajñāya vartase.
Upasthiteshu bauddheshu.
Upasthiteshu bauddheshu.
Upasthiteshu bauddheshu. Madadhina tavasthitihi.
Madadhina tavasthitihi. Madadhina tavasthitihi.
So Udayanacharya said, you seem to be showing your arrogance because all these many people are around you and they don't allow me even entry into the temple. So you have disregarded me. So then he says, when Buddhas are coming and arguing that you yourself do not exist, then it is up to me to prove your existence. Therefore, your existence is something which is dependent upon me. So how can you ignore me? Upasthiteshu bauddheshu madadhina tavasthitihi. Your existence is dependent upon my existence. Madadhina tavasthitihi. Anyway, so the reason for saying is Bhogindra Bharanam. Okay? So these people create a certain atmosphere. Okay? And they are the people who make it shine and so on and so forth. So therefore you can take this Bhogindra Bharanam to be, so one Bhogi is serpent, the other Bhogi is these people, hedonist fellows. Bhojindrabharanam Samasta Sumanah Pujyam. Sumanah Pujyam. Sumanaha has at least three meanings, the word. Okay. Shobhanam Manaha Yeshante Sumana. Okay. So you can take. So Shobhanam Manaha Yeshante, suppose you take. So it can be used to refer to Devas. It can be used to refer to Panditas. So it can be used to refer to devotees, innocent devotees. So these are three meanings with reference to human forms. Okay, divine form, human form, you can think of associating. The other meaning that is also associated with the word Sumanaha is Kusuma, flower. So at the mundane level you can think of, because several flowers are generally offered to him. So he says, in fact, the very purpose of all flowers is to do your worship. So Samasta Sumanah Pujyam, you can think. The other thing is, Sumanah Pujyam means, so if you are a wise man, then you have to worship Ishvara. So merely studying doesn't help. So mere knowledge may even breed arrogance in the person. On the other hand, if you conceive of an Ishvara who is sort of blessing me, so then all your garbha will subside down. So it is through his grace my organ is functioning. Okay. So that is how you visualize your Ishvara. So Samasta Sumanah Pujyam means, so the one who is supposed to be worshipped by all the wise people. Okay. So Arharthe Pujyam Samasta Sumanah Pujyam. The other thing you can conceive of is with reference to Parameshwara particularly. So you have been the person who have been approached by all the devas when the Halahala came. So everyone went and surrendered. Okay. Samasta Sumanah Pujyam. You are the only person who was the savior then. So if you take devas also, if you take, so then whatever be the form, okay, you can think of. So Parameshwara is Samasta Sumanah Pujyam. Then Guna Vishkritam. So Guna Vishkritam means one should understand this Guna as the Sattva Guna. Sattva Gunena Avishkritaha means your form becomes clear to me when there is Sattva Guna Udreka. Okay. So Guna Vishkritam Sevehe Shri Girimallikarjuna Mahalingam Shivalingitam. So I offer my venerations unto that Mahalingam Shivalingitam. Okay. Seve Shri Girimallikarjuna Mahalingam Shivalingitam. Read. Sandhyarambha Vidam Sudhirasthanantaradhishthikam Saprema Bhramarabhiram Sakrit Sadvasana Shobhitam Bhogindra Samasta Sumanah Pujyam Guna Vishkritam Sarve Shri Mallikarjuna Mahalingam Shivalingitam. This Guna Vishkritam, so if you want to take it at the level of Linga, okay, not the invisible form, then also you can think of Okay, so gunaihi avishkritaha means this gandhadi gunaihi, and just see there are various other things through which you can discover. Okay, next भृङ्गीच्छानटनोत्कटः 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 करिमदग्राही स्फुरन्माधव करिमदग्राही स्फुरन्माधव करिमदग्राही स्फुरन्माधव आह्लादो नादयुतः आह्लादो नादयुतः आह्लादो नादयुतः महासितवपुः 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 पञ्चेषु नाचादृतः पञ्चेषु नाचादृतः पञ्चेषु नाचादृतः सत्पक्षस्सु मनोवनेषु सत्पक्षस्सु मनोवनेषु सत्पक्षस्सु मनोवनेषु स पुनः साक्षान्मदीये मनः स पुनः साक्षान्मदीये मनः स पुनः साक्षान्मदीये मनः राजीवे भ्रमराधिपो विहरताम् राजीवे भ्रमराधिपो विहरताम् राजीवे भ्रमराधिपो विहरताम् श्रीशैलवासी विभुः श्रीशैलवासी विभुः श्रीशैलवासी विभुः. So here the first and the third quarter of the verse, not actually we split, for convenience we split, so I will read it together. Bhogi bhringichhanatanotkatah karimadaggrahi sphuranmadhavah hlado nadayutaha. That is how we have to go. Anyway, here you see in the fourth quarter, once again we find the phrase Shri Shailavasi. In the previous verse we had the word Shri Giri Mallikarjuna. So Giri Shaila are synonymous. Shri Shailavasi Vibhuhu, and there is a prarthana here that is conveyed by the word Viharatam. So Viharatam means may he dwell where you want to dwell. So there you want Paramashiva to dwell is Manorajive. So Rajiva is a phrase which is used to refer to lotus. Okay. So here these two verses, since they are sort of put together, and in the previous verse we have this phrase Bhramarabhiramam. Understand? So Bhramarabhiramam means if you just take the word Bhramara to be honeybee, so then the one which is liked by Bhramara, so assume that this Devi is Bhramara. So then Deva should also be Bhramara. And anyway, both of you being Bhramaras, come and dwell in the lotus in the form of my heart. So that is what is intended here. Manorajive Bhramaradhipo Viharatam. Understand? Bhramaradhipaha means, so it has a double entendre. So Bhramara iti Ambikayaha nama tasya adhipaha Bhramaradhipaha. Okay. So Bhramaradhipaha, if you just take, so that also has to be in the class of Bhramara. And the class of Bhramara anyway have a liking for lotuses. May you come and stay in my lotus heart. So that is what is Madi Manorajive Brahmaradhipo Viharatam Shri Shailavasi Vibhu. Now you see another phrase which is interesting to note here is Vibhu. What is Vibhu? Vibhu means one who is all pervasive. All pervasive. Okay. So one who is all pervasive is Vibhu. Sarvagataha is what we say. Vibhu is a phrase which you will find many times occurring in Upanishads. So if you look at this Nyaya literature, so they will describe Vibhu as, see, many things are described as Vibhu. Atma Vibhu, Akasha Vibhu, Vibhi Nityacha. So there are various things are described as Vibhu, Vibhu, Vibhu. So they will technically define this Vibhu as Sarva Murta Dravya Sanyogitvam. Sarva Murta Dravya Sanyogitvam Vibhutvam. This is what they say. So the Sarva Murta Dravya Sanyogitvam means all those elements which have a tangible form are in contact with whichever entity, that is Vibhu. Okay. Sarva Murta Dravya Sanyogitvam Vibhutvam. Okay, suppose you take Akasha, then it is Vibhu Padartha. Anything that is in space is in contact with space. So Sarva Murta Dravya Sanyogitvam Vibhutvam. Suppose you say this, then how can be he Sri Shailavasi? So you are confining him, right? So Sri Shailavasi Vibhuhu. Vastutaha Vibhuhu. Parantu. So Bhaktanugrahartham Sri Shailavasi. Take. So though you are Vibhu in principle, so you have taken this particular tangible form to bless devotees. So that is how one has to understand this. Sri Shailavasi. Though you are Sri Shailavasi, may you become Rajiva Vasi. Mano Rajive Viharatam. He further asks him to, so you are actually Vibhu. For blessing so many devotees, you are there. Now you come and stay in my heart. Okay. So may you do that. That is the prarthana here, overall prarthana. Okay. There are a few descriptions that we find here. Many of them, again, as the style of these verses go, okay, as you might have seen the last few verses, he has always been using words in which seems to have, okay, a secondary meaning also. Okay, so with a Slesha he uses the word Bhringicha Natanotkataha. This is the first phrase that we find in the verse. So those of you who are familiar with doing the Shiva Puja, at the end you will say, what do you say? Nandikeshwara Puja. For that you say a verse, no? Vanara Vanachandisha Nastiva Nandi Bhringi Hitadayaha Mahadeva Prasadoyam Sarve Grinhantu Shambhava. This is what we say. So usually after we do Nevedya, so some small amount will be taken. Even for Nevedya, small amount will be brought. And and that small amount you take one more small amount. Usually you keep it in some betel leaf somewhere. You just keep one portion. So after all pujas are over, okay, so Avadharya etc. will be over. Nevedya Anantaram Deeparasana Anantaram, so various mantras will be rendered by various people. Okay, Avadharya, Vedam Avadharya, Sangeetam Avadharya, all that will be. After that, we do, before giving Tirtha Prasada, this Nandi Sampuja will be done. So there usually they say this verse, Vanaravana Chandisha Nandi Bhringi Ritadayaha. Mahadeva Prasadoyam. So they say this is Mahadeva Prasada. May all Shambhavas take it. Okay. So this Bhringi is one of the persons who have been referred there. So Bhringi cha natanotkataha is the phrase here. So this Bhringi, one of these devotees, so has a certain proclivity to dance. Understand? Okay. So natanotkataha means as per the desire of Bhringi, you also keep dancing. Understand? So you, the one who has great excitement in dancing as per the desire of Bhringi. Okay. Bhringi cha natanotkataha. Okay. Then this other thing that one can think of is Bhringa is, okay. If you just take the secondary meaning, okay, you sort of dance like the honeybees dance. Okay, so you can take it that way also. Bhringi cha natanotkataha. Then you have Karimadagrahi. Mada also has two meanings. Generally we understand by Mada arrogance. Okay. Kari refers to elephant. Kari. So Karimadagrahi is referring to a certain episode wherein this Parameshvara is supposed to have slayed an arrogant elephant. Okay. And after that he has been wearing this charma also, Gaja charma. So Karimadagrahi means the one who has been able to snatch away the arrogance of the elephant. Karimadagrahi. Mada also is used by poets to refer to the rut that flows out of the elephant. Okay. The rut flowing. This I don't know what exactly is meant by if you take this rut. Perhaps there may be something which is described someplace. Karimadagrahi means, so the rut that is flowing out of the elephant is taken by you. If maybe one has to study this elephants, when will this rut flow, etc. So anyway, so Madagrahi can mean two things. So the gatherer of the rut or the one who has snatched away the rut, snatched away the arrogance. Okay. Karimadagrahi. Then Sphuran Madhavahladaha. Sphuran Madhavahladaha. Madhavaha refers to Vishnu. Madhavaha. So how does it mean? Mayaha Dhavaha Madhavaha. That is how the word comes. Ma refers to Lakshmi. Dhavaha means husband. Mayaha Dhavaha Madhavaha. In fact, some people in some stotra, I remember, so they will describe Parameshvara and Vishnu. See, one will be called Madhava, the other will be called Umadhava. Okay. So Umadhavaha. So Umadhavaha means Parameshvara, Madhavaha means Vishnu. Now here Sphuran Madhavahladaha. So Madhavasya Ahladaha. Madhavahladaha. This is one simple vigraha that one can do. Madhavasya Ahladaha. Madhavahladaha. So Madhavahladaha yasya darshanena sphurat. Suppose you see, if you do the vigraha that way, then on the sight of whom Vishnu becomes extremely happy. Understand? So Madhavasya Ahladaha, Madhavahladaha sacha yasya darshanena prakashito bhavati, sphuran bhavati. So there are certain stories like that also. So there are certain descriptions where this Vishnu is supposed to have taking great pleasure in worshipping Parameshwara. I think Appaya Dikshita somewhere he describes. I remember this. So Appaya Dikshita describes that Vishnu wants to do, was so immensely pleased, and therefore he wanted to do Archana of Parameshwara with 1,000 lotuses. Okay. So and he does that. So there is some episode. We leave that episode now. So here Sphuran Madhavahladaha. This is one way of understanding. So on the sight of whom Mahavishnu becomes immensely happy. Okay. So whose happiness becomes evident. The other way of understanding this is Madhavahladaha means on the sight of Madhava, the one who became happy. Okay. So this has to do with the episode that we find in the churning of the ocean. Okay. So there, when these Devas and Asuras were churning the ocean, then the Amrita came. So Vishnu wanted to play the role of somehow grabbing this, and he took what is called Mohini Avatar. Okay. So the form was so beautiful and attractive. So the Asuras simply forgot, okay, that Amrita came. They were so attracted by the form, and then they were just looking at the form. So this is how the story goes. Now, so here one can understand this to be Sphuran Madhavahladaha. Madhava darshanena yasya ahladaha samutpanna. Okay. So here, so this Madhava in the form of Mohini, in fact that is how this Shasta Puranam also describes. Shasta, Ayyappan temple. This Ayyappa is supposed to have been born of Parameshwara and this Mohini. Okay, so that is how the episode goes. So here, Sphuran Madhavahladaha, suppose you want to describe that way. So the one who became extremely happy at the sight of Madhava, who has taken the form of Mohini. Okay. Sphuran Madhavahladaha. Then Nadayutaha. Nadayutaha means the one who is associated with Nada. That is what literally it means. Okay. So this can be understood in 2-3 ways. One is this Nadayutaha means, so Omkara Pratipadhyaha. You can just take. Okay. One who is inseparably connected with Nada. So Omkara Pratipadhyaha. You can take one meaning, Nadayutaha. The other meaning that you can take is Nadayutaha. So various people are coming and singing songs. Okay. So that is second, other meaning. associated with nada. Okay? This is another way of understanding. If you understand the word nada to refer to Vaidika Swara, so then various Vaidikas are coming and so offering their pujas through Rudra. So Nada Yutaha. So the one who is, if you want to simply take, so based on the previous verse description, Bhramarabhiramam, okay, so many flowers are there, so they also generate some nada, the Bhramaras. Nada Yutaha. So there are various meanings that one can associate for this Nada Yutaha. Spuran Madhava Khlado Nada Yutaha. Then we have another phrase, Mahasita Vapuhu. This Mahasita Vapuhu also a bit tricky. This Sita and Asita, have you heard this word? Sita means white, Asita means black. Now this Mahasita Vapuhu, how do you understand? You can split as Asita Vapu or you can split as Sita Vapu. Both ways, the compound will be same. Mahasita Vapuhu. Sitam Vapuhu yasya saha. Sita Vapuhu. Asitam Vapuhu yasya saha. Asita Vapuhu. Okay. So Mahan Chaso, Mahat Chaso, you can say. So Mahasita Vapuhu. If you look at some of these descriptions that we find in other stotras, there is something called Ardhanarishwara Stotra. Okay. So one quarter will describe this Ambika, the other quarter will describe Parameshwara. Okay. So one of the slokas goes like this. Champe Yagoradha Sharirakayi Karpura Gauradha Sharirakaya Dhammilakayi Jatadharaya. Something is okay. Jai Namah Shivaya. Correct. Okay. So there you see Namah Shivaya cha Namah Shivaya. Understand? So the first description has to be for Amba. So what does it go? Champe Yagoradha Sharirakayi is the description. And how is Parameshwara described? Karpura Gauradha Sharirakaya. Okay. So now you have the description of one half of the body and the other half of the body. If you look at the description of Parameshwara, Karpura Gauradha Sharirakaya. Karpura is white. Karpura Gauradha Sharirakaya. Okay, the one who has, the one form which has the whiteness which is akin to this Karpura. Okay. Gaura means akin to. Gaura is white. Gauranga, we say. So Karpura Gaura Ardha Sharirakaya is the description. So this makes us feel that Mahasita Vapuhu should be understood as Sita Vapuhu. Okay. Sita Vapuhu. There are other descriptions also which says Bhasmo Dhurida Vigrahaya. In Shivastotram we have no Bhasmodhurida Vigrahaya Namaha. Okay. Bhasmodhurida Vigrahaya Namaha, you take go to Mahakaleshwara, so it is all completely Bhasmodhurida Vigraha. So that way also he is white. Anyway, Mahasita Vapuhu, Mahana Sita Vapuhu yasya saha, you can say. If you want to describe as Asita Vapuhu, then what you have to do is you have to just take by the Vapu Shabda Ekadesha of the Vapu. Ekadesha means one section. Okay. So this Asitavapu in one part, but that is the most important part. Understand? Because that saved all the jagats. Okay? Mahanu chasau Asitavapuscha. Ekadeshe, suppose you take. So then Mahasitavapuhu. Then Pancheshuna Chadritaha. Pancheshuna Chadritaha. This Pancheshuna Adritaha is. So Pancheshuhu. Ishu means Bana. Panchabana. Who is Panchabana? Panchabana refers to Manmatha. Panchabana refers to Manmatha. Why is he described as Panchabana? He is described as Panchabana because the moment that fellow looks at you, okay, his kataksha, if it falls, then you will lose all your 5 organs, sense organs. so Manmatha's glances, okay, all your 5 senses will be lost simultaneously. So that is what happens to many people nowadays. So when they become teenagers, today somebody was describing, one person, so my girl is growing up, so I am all the time worried. So the kind of description that he gives to me, so based on what the other classmates do, I am really worried, she said. Anyway, so this is Pancheshuna Chadritaha. See here the Pancheshuna Cha Adritaha. Why Cha here? Because everyone is under the spell of Manmatha. But it is only Parameshwara who has been able to keep that fellow under his spell. So, therefore, Pancheshuna Cha Adritaha means, see, so that fellow who is able to influence everybody, even that fellow respects him. See, even that Nagendrahara, then
So this is from
Margavandha Stotra. Dagdha Pancheshu Kitam, correct. Okay. Pancheshu is just like a kita. Okay. Bhaje Margavandhu, correct. Pancheshuna Chadritaha. Then Satpakshassu Mano Vaneshu. Satpakshassu Mano Vaneshu. Satpakshaha Sumano Vaneshu. Sumano Vaneshu. Sumano Vaneshu. Satpakshaha. This San Pakshaha Yasya Saha Sat Pakshaha. This is how we have to understand. San Pakshaha means the one who has taken this side. Okay. So Sumano Vaneshu Sat Pakshaha means, so Vana is a certain phrase that has been employed to refer to a large number of people. Okay. The forest of Sumanas. You understand? So the one who has taken the side of Sumanas, Sumano Vaneshu, means the one who has committed himself to protect. See, Satpakshaha means, so this one who has taken them in his own side. That is how it amounts to. Okay. So he has taken them in his own side. Satpakshaha. San Pakshaha Yasya Saha. Okay. So you say, no, this is my Paksha, that is your Paksha. Means you have adopted them. It can be a particular thought, it can be a particular group. So he belongs to my paksha means what?
Party.
Party. So left party, right party. Okay. So Sat Paksha. Okay. So he considers them as his own party men. So whom does he consider? The Sumano Vaneshu means, so those who are in that forest. That forest is basically, so those whose minds are pure. Okay, Sumano Vaneshu. So it can be Devas, it can be Manushas. So those who are having Shobhanam Manaham. Okay, so they are taken care by Parameshwara. That is what is meant by Satpakshas Sumano Vaneshu. He is with them. Okay. Satpakshas Sumano Vaneshu. Sapunaha. Sapunaha means may that Lord. Understand? Sapunaha. So there is a certain hint that is given by him. So you are anyway the one who belongs to such people. Okay? So you are in their sight. You are existing in their sight. Now, Madiyo, Madiye, Manorajive, which means, so this Manaha is also a Sumanaha. So therefore, may you come and dwell here. See, Sakshan Madiye Manorajive. So Sakshat means you directly come and stay here. Manorajive Brahmaradhipo Viharatham Shri Shri Lavasi Vibhu. These are verses with a lot of poetic beauty. In fact, there is a verse, I'll just tell you. This, I was just reminded of this verse. Shasta is this Spuran Madhavahladaha. There, this Vishnu has been attracting Parameshwara in the form of Mohini, and there Shasta was born. This is an interesting verse which has been written by some poet. I think it's Nilakantha Dikshita or somebody. He says, what does he say? This is a good verse. Ambeti Gauri Mahamahvayami. Ambeti Gauri Mahamahvayami. Ambeti Gauri Mahamahvayami. Patnyaf Pituhu Matarayeva Sarvaha. Patnyaf Pituhu Matarayeva Sarvaha. Patnyaf Pituhu Matarayeva Sarvaha. Kathannu Lakshmi Miti Chintayantam. Kathannu Lakshmi Miti Chintayantam. Kathannu Lakshmi Miti Chintayantam. Shastaramide Sakalartha Siddhi. Shastaramide Sakalartha Siddhi. Shastaramide Sakalartha Siddhi. This is a beautiful poetic imagery. He says, so now assume that Vishnu and Shiva gave birth to Shasta, Ayyappan. Now, so there is one photo, I think I remember seeing somewhere, or maybe he imagines. So he found this Ayyappa having this Chintakranta. Okay, so keeping his hand like this, something like that. So then this poet says, why is this fellow keeping his hand in his jaws? He has some thought. What is the thought? So how do I call Okay, Parvati. Ambeti Gauri Mahamahvayami. I can call. Oh, no, sorry. How do I call Lakshmi? Okay, I can call Parvati as mother, because any of the Patnis can be called mother. Now, the Patni of Patni is Lakshmi. How do I call her? Ambeti Gauri Mahamahvayami. Patni of Pituhu Matara Eva Sarvaha. Kathannu Lakshmim Ahamahvayami. Okay, iti chintayantam shastaram ide. Sakalartha siddhi. You do a kalpana one. Okay, it's an interesting verse. Okay, now read this verse. We'll wind up the class. Bringitsanatano kada karimadagrahi swaram madhava krado nadayuta mahasidavahu pancheshuna chadritaha satpakshasumano vaneshu sapunah akshan madiye manorajive ramarajhipo viharatam shri-shailavasi vibhu. Om sarve kushikha santu sarve santu niramayaha sarve bhadrani pashyantu ma kaschid dukha bhag bhavet. Om shanti shanti shanti.